I'd been leading expeditions to the Arctic and the Antarctic for quite a few years in the 90s, and just seeing how the people that were on these expeditions were being impacted and changed to some extent, and their perspectives were being challenged, the way they looked at the planet and the environment. Imagine if we could be taking youth at the beginning of their life on these expeditions, how that would really change their perspectives at a critical time in their lives, and even to some extent define their future. Up until late 90s, there was nothing, no opportunities to take high school students in particular to the polar regions. Initially, a lot of people said that it was the craziest thing they'd ever heard of, but then we started getting some support. Well, I definitely remember that first expedition and the whole process leading up to that. The whole thing was new in many ways. Yeah, that first trip was just amazing to watch it happen and watch a dream come to reality. That first expedition really proved the concept. It really worked. These kids came back so excited and motivated and inspired and with new knowledge and a different perspective on their lives and on the planet. We've kept in touch with those kids from that very first expedition, and they've gone on to do great things.
It's very inspiring, you know. I think just my entire perspective on life, my goals have changed.
Even just the way that I look at the environment and stuff now, being in a place that's not influenced by people, and it's like being in another planet.
What humans have done to the world is terrible, because we've taken over the rest of the planet. We really need to preserve this continent.
When they see things and touch things, it makes it much more real and personal. And it also connects them to the issues. When they stand on a glacier, which is melting under their feet, literally, or when they look into the eyes of a polar bear that's on a rocky island because there's no ice for 100 miles. In those moments, things like global warming become real and personal for them.
We'd hope they'd foster a greater respect for the planet and in turn foster some new skills and understanding of how the global ecosystem works and a reverence for the planet, so they'd go home and do something about it in their communities around the world.
The expeditions have evolved and grown in many ways since that first journey in 1999-2000. They've become much more international. We've had students now from over 30 different countries. We have had Inuit and Northern Aboriginal students on the expeditions. We've had students from third world countries. We had a girl from Afghanistan with us this past summer.
What we realize is that with young people, you know, a lot of both the challenges and the opportunities transcend culture, and so they get a chance to just feel that they're part of something larger than the small community that they're from, and that helps just build confidence and I think cause for hope in the young people that they really are a generation that can mobilize one another.
And we hope eventually to have the expeditions 100% supported and funded. It also really allows us to focus on students that are coming for the right reasons. Our education program has also become a lot more hands-on. It's not just lectures, it's workshops, it's pod teams, it's in the field research with scientists, meeting with elders and communities. We now have artists on the expeditions and musicians. We're talking about careers.
The other kind of learning that really means a lot to me is the kind that you get when when you go off and you sit, you listen to the water, you listen to the nature around you, and you learn a lot about yourself and what is important to you. Now I know I want to go back home. I want to go through with my presentations just so other people around me can just get as passionate as I am.
We're also really trying to focus on what the students do after the expeditions. The expeditions are meant to really just be the springboard, the beginning, and then we're trying to connect the kids with all the opportunities they have when they go back home, how they can be ambassadors, how they can be agents of change and really make a difference. We've seen some students that have started conferences on climate change, other youth that have gone on to attend United Nations conferences on climate change and put together youth statements, other students that have won national and international awards for the work that they've been doing, students that have gotten scholarships to go to some of the top universities in North America. We had another student who has started a group called Environmentally Concerned Students, and they're really engaging youth to protect various parts of the Arctic. We had a group of students that petitioned the Prime Minister of Canada and the Minister of the Environment to protect a whale sanctuary in the Arctic, and that actually just got protected earlier this year.
This is a remarkable day for nature and reflects a tremendous amount of work by the communities of Clyde River and Kikik-Parjua, organizations like Students on Ice, Burst Ice Canada, Nature Canada.
Today I'm pleased to announce the creation of 3 new national wildlife areas that will protect key habitat on and around Nunavut's Baffin Island. We're talking about protecting a significant population of bowhead whales.
It shows the power of the youth voice when it's used properly. These students don't realize sometimes how much of a difference they can make. And we're trying to show them how they can make that difference, no matter how old they are, and giving them the tools to set them up for success. The future of Students on Ice has tremendous possibilities. We've reached a stage where the program has so many opportunities to really increase the impact that it has, not just on the students, but on the planet. We want to make Antarctica the first carbon neutral continent. We want to create the world's largest park in the Arctic and call it the Ice Park. We want to reach millions of students around the world, whether it's through their participation on an expedition or through outreach programs that Students on Ice and the Polar Education Foundation will support. We want to grow the alumni program. We want to bring scientists and leaders and teachers and musicians and artists on future expeditions, and through all of these things have an outreach that will make things happen. They'll move us in the direction we need to go to make this planet more sustainable so that my young son will inherit a planet that is at least as healthy as it was when I arrived here. Students on Ice has come a long way in 8 years, and we have a lot further to go. We've got a lot more that we want to do, and with continued support from these incredible people and organizations around the world, we're going to get there, and I'm really excited about the future.